up, man? What's up? Now tuned in to Thoughts of a Black Sheep. Yeah, man, I want to talk about something today. I'm tripping out on something, man, that been bothering me. Like I said, these are my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And also, these are my opinions. I'm just talking because, hey, I'm getting it off my chest. But check it out. Today Monday, right? Monday, the 29th, a leap year, February 29th, 2016. And all I hear, all on the radio, all I see on Facebook, and some of these other social media sites, everybody talking about voting. There's talking about tomorrow, go vote. Some Super Tuesday, something. I ain't never heard of that before. But that's all I'm hearing, voting, like in the morning, like where I stay at in Louisiana, we, our local radio station, we catch Ricky Smiley morning show. And I switch between that and 93.3, which is the Breakfast Club. So I just switch back and forth because I really don't like to hear the music. I just want to hear, what they talking about. But they all talking about voting, Ricky Smiley, he voting, telling people get out and vote because this, we need to get out and vote because of this and because of that. They swing the angle as if, black people need to vote so we can have a chance in this land and, things can get better for us, Same thing what I heard, what's his name, Charlemagne the God talking about, because of Donald Trump or whatever. And my thing is, like, why do you think your vote gonna matter? And I know all that history they said, like how people fought and died, so we can have the right to vote. But I just look at history. Like, if the history books and history is correct, the people that brought us over here, our ancestors over here to this country, they brought us over here to be slaves to work, for them to build something or whatever. And they brought us over here, did whatever, we did what we had to do. And I guess they didn't need us that much or something. And I don't know, but all of a sudden, somebody rose up, we need freedom, this and that. So they gave us this fake freedom. They said there are no longer slaves. But people don't think. You think somebody gonna come grab a people, bring them over to a land, and then set them free? No, man, it's psychological. These people already had in place how they was gonna do everything. Cause right now, 2016, people still don't believe that they are slaves. They can't see it because you think you have freedom, but you only could do what the government allow you to do. You still gotta go use your body to work and make a small piece of money to take care of your family or whatever. It's no difference, but that is what it is. But I'm talking about like the voting aspect, so people think that, voting is, it helps. It's like your vote count. But like I said, the people that brought you over here, already had this thing planned out. When black people started complaining about, voting or whatever, they didn't just say, okay, y'all can start voting. No, them people had a plan. They came together. They was like, yeah, let them, give them the vote, to calm them down, tell them they can vote. But we still control it. We control the count. So everybody can vote, but whoever we want to win gonna win anyway. We'll let them vote. They'll shut up. We still get what we want. And that's the only thing that's happening, you know. And people always argue like that's not true, this and that. But it was proved to you that time when George Bush, the second Bush, he ran for his second term, and I think it was Kerry he was going against. And actually Bush lost. He straight up lost. Kerry had more votes. But all of a sudden, they made a mistake that something wasn't counting right. So they had to recount. Now they already had announced that Kerry had won, but they had to redo everything, and all of a sudden Bush won. That when I seen that happen, that proved my point. I was voting up until then. That proved my point. I'm like, no, ain't no way they just forgot whatever they said. These people, when I say they, I'm talking about the ones that's in control, the ones that we don't see, you know, and I'm pretty sure they Caucasian people, you know, they know who they want in position, because the person who is the president have to be in alignment with what they think, you know, the hidden people of the world, the ones that you don't see. You have to agree to what they want. You have to be able to sign the bills that they want to get signed. A president can't do nothing that he really want to do. It don't work like that. But when I seen that happen, and they really made Bush win, and I remember hearing him before, they was talking, he was in an interview, and they was saying, they was asking him a question, and they said, if you win the president, he was like, oh, I'm gonna win. You know, how you even know you gonna win? He just knew he was gonna win, and he was right, because, you know, he know what's going on. But what I'm saying is, these people on the radio and all this here, they tell you to vote, and it makes me mad, because, like, I know what America is. America is not a country. America is a corporation. It's a business, and everybody working for a business. Okay, now you got, you know, in a business you got a president and a CEO and all that. So, and you can see those people. In America, you know, the top thing here is the president. He's supposed to be the head, but he can't make any decisions by himself. Obama been making a whole lot of executive decisions, but those executive decisions that he's making, trust me, he get approval to make those executive decisions from the people that's over him, because that's America. It's a business, it's a corporation, and you got people above the president that's controlling this whole thing. And if you really think that they gonna give the people the power to control and say what goes on here, you mistaken. Ain't no way that's finna happen. They not finna do it. That's just like you know, with any other thing, sports and all this stuff, you know, just it's a lot of things that they just don't allow to happen with, you know, just the players doing it. That's why you'll see different football games and basketball games. You'll see the different players. They, like, in a championship game, they just don't play how they supposed to play. Like, they've been playing the whole season to get to that point. Then that championship game where you know they supposed to win, they just don't play how they normally play. You know, it's not because something happened. They just can't perform or do what they need to do then. No, man, somebody to talk to them. Look, you can't win this game today. So you'll see them not shooting correctly, or not wanting to throw the ball correctly or jump on a fumble like they should and be mad and pouting. You know what I'm saying? Because they be disappointed too, but they got to play the game. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, no, like whoever run this thing, they not finna leave nothing up to you. And if you think for 1 minute that, you know, your vote really count, well, I don't know what to tell you. Let me tell you another thought that maybe your vote do count, and this is how. Do you know that all you have in this place is your voice and what you want to say and what you think? That's what you have. But this is what voting do. They give you two different parties, Republican and Democrat. They give you the people that they want you to choose from. All right. And then you'll choose those. Then, you know, they'll narrow it down to either this or that, left or right, Republican or Democrat, elephant or donkey, whichever one, however you want to look at, red or blue. You know what I'm saying? They always give you two different choices. So you have to pick between those two choices. Now, this is what happens with a vote. You lay around there and they have your name and you go vote, right? So you go vote and you say whoever you want to vote for. Now, this is what happens. You don't just vote, you give your voice to those people. If you go vote for Donald Trump, you give Donald Trump your voice. He talking for you now. You can't say nothing because that's who you gave your vote to. All right. If you give your vote to Hillary, okay, Hillary talks for you now. Now, if you give all your voting to Hillary and Donald Trump win, either way it go, you can't talk. You can't say nothing because you gave Hillary your vote, Hillary out of it. She done left with your voice. So you can't be heard. You voted for Donald Trump. And let's say he win. Okay. Now, he can speak for you. Everything that he do it in your name because you gave him your voice. Just like with Barack Obama, everybody that voted for him, you gave him your voice. So when he talk and the different decisions he make, you gave him your voice. You gave him authority to say this is what you want. Even if you disagree with anything that he said, that he did, if you voted for him, you know, he's talking for you. He's doing everything by the power of your voice. But they call it a vote. You know, that's like the trickery of it. Look at the Constitution. When you read the Constitution, the few people that sat around and wrote that Constitution, it begins with three words. It says, "We the people." Now, think about that. These few people said that they are the people. They came up with this Constitution saying, this is how it's going to be. This is what we want. When they saying we, they talking about all the people. Now, none of us was there when that was being put together. So how in the world can they speak for all people saying we are the people? So whoever they was writing that to, you know, and think about it. The people that wrote that, they the ones that, you know, that was in charge, that the people seen that was in charge. So who in the world was they writing that to? They say that they was writing that, you know, that's like an agreement with the government and the people. But it start off saying we the people. They saying they are the people. So that's some trickery type stuff. And that's the same thing that happened with the vote. You thinking your vote count. You know, the only thing it is that you saying you want this person to talk for you, and then you give your power to that person, but that person already been put in place. That person been chosen. That's why you even able to choose that person, because they was picked to be out here like this. Because the people that control the thing, they want them now, because they gonna listen and obey what the the real rulers of this world say to do. And the presidents that don't do it or refuse to do it, well, then look what happens to them. Same thing with all the other leaders. When you decide that you don't want to go with whatever you agreed to at first, well, then, hey, that bullet will meet you. And that's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? This is just my thoughts, But, I mean, I don't get off into all this voting stuff no more. Because the people that especially for people of color, just think about it, man. The same people that brought your people over here as slaves, tricked you over here and made you work. Well, made them work. We doing it too in a different form. But them same people are the ones that's running everything, and they some wicked people. So you think that they gonna give you a chance? They gonna give you freedom? No, it's not gonna happen. And as long as you keep trying to be a part of this and being tricked by them, you gonna stay over here and you gonna stay tricked and you gonna stay messed up. Man, these people wicked, man. And a lot of these so-called black people, black leaders be pushing the agenda. They know better. That they know this stuff don't really work how they say it work. Because if it did, you know how long black people been voting? If that's the case, that voting can change things, why are we still trying to vote to change things? Just feel me on that stuff, man. This just my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts of a black sheep. And it's just, I don't know, bro. That voting stuff gets on my nerves, man. It's too tricky for me. So, man, I just had to get that off my chest and, just see what other people think about it. Maybe somebody can tell me something that I don't know, because right now I'm not getting off into that voting stuff, because I can see that it don't make sense. So hey, this been thoughts of a black sheep. Holla at me. I'm gone, man.